People always say to me, "Oh, I'd love to be in flowers, you're so lucky," and people think that I just skip around with petals all day, but actually I don't. I wish I did. Very often in a job you give a big chunk of yourself, you get really involved with it, especially if it's a long process, because very often, for a wedding you're having meetings for a year, and that final vision is there, and it can be, and it sounds really over dramatic, but it can be quite moving, especially when the client walks in and loves it. My training in floristry was quite classical. I trained at Moyes Stevens, which is hugely traditional. It's all about the focal point, the star performer, which would be the rose or the expensive choice flower in the middle, and then the rest of the flowers would be the supporting cast. I like to group things really, really heavily, so not using too many different types of flowers and using a lot, so impact and boldness. Clients love coming to the market. It's such a great experience. It's a little bit early, but it can really focus on what you like. They can see all the flowers and say, that's the rose I like, that's the lily I love, and it really, really helps, because obviously portfolio photographs give a fair indication, but actually to go to the market, it's a great experience, and they always say, "Oh, thank goodness we went to the market, it made such a big difference to their final choice."
Well, we're here at Covent Garden Market. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and as you see, it's heaving with people, heaving with lovely flowers. The choice has become enormous. You've got huge amounts of tropical flowers coming in from the other side of the world. You've got an enormous amount of Dutch products coming in as well. Sadly, not as much English, because I do like to, the English flowers are stunning. There's a huge seasonality to flowers, but I prefer to use seasonal flowers, spring flowers in spring, etc. My favourite flowers would be English summer herbaceous flowers, really, mixed with lots of wonderful English foliages, with beautiful delphiniums, peonies, sweet peas, stocks, just heaven, really, especially for a wedding.
Flowers can be expensive, but you haven't got to buy masses to make an impact. A whole mass of daffodils, for instance, white narcissus, can look lovely, and they don't cost an arm and a leg. But for a huge extravagant display, you have got to spend quite a bit to get that wow factor. It's quite a long process from commission to event. I'll have an initial meeting, look at my portfolios, then do a quote, and then after I've quoted we have site visits, more meetings, change our mind a few times, and then go back to what we originally thought of, very often. But it's all part of the journey, it's a long journey. I've got a fabulous team of florists who help me, who are there thick and thin. They can adapt to any situation, sense of humour, vital. Pair of scissors and a tap and we're away.